Abuja mamuni na kwa baada ba sada kwa channel so. Aha. Na me start a new series we about to need this information we are say. Information we are say no, it's all about stories of course. These are real life stories. Aha. I don't make see our Nkofabra boom and yeah kind a radio story in area na ya chere adwene. Ya adwene ho. Story about kayo like bro. This is too much. You can say story be hey, but can you back in Kano? When they new series at the back channel was video we hit like and wait to share the movie. So when I want this kind of situation, ma, everybody and Ankabe. BBC no, say in the form of kasa ho what I say they breaking it down na ya dwendwene so our comment section into our wish say me hu ma adwene wo ho me reply mo as soon as possible na ya no ya dwendwene ho so this is how the story starts. I say my husband was driving me to work last year when I saw a familiar face opposite the new plan bus stop. The traffic usually was intense in the morning on that route. Yeah, that's how I got to see him. He used to be a former coursemate at Legon. We used to date too. We actually dated for 3 good years. Hey, I say he looked mad, so dirty, and in tatters. I recognized him immediately, and I believe he did too. When he saw me, he drew nearer to my husband's car and then smiled at me. My husband also saw it and even burst into a laughter. He knocked on the glass, but I wouldn't roll it down. My husband asked who he was. I was lying about his identity. When he called out my name, my husband read his lips, so he heard him. The vehicles ahead of us started moving. We drove along slowly, but this guy wouldn't stop following us. He walked or ran by my husband's car, depending on the pace. My husband even switched lanes just to frustrate him, but he kept jogging and trailing our car till we eventually got the opportunity to speed off. I don't know what could have led to his present state of mental illness, but I know he never returned towards school the following semester after our breakup. I couldn't tell my husband about him. The thing is, I accidentally met him again in traffic last year, September, on the 15th, and I stopped by his side to talk. He could carry on a meaningful conversation. He was speaking impeccable English. I bought him yogurt, water, and food, and paid a watch seller to feed him lunch and dinner that day. I asked him to wait for me the following day at the same place on time, and he did. I brought him some of my husband's used clothes and also cooked for him. I found out where he laid his head at night and got food vendors to feed him every afternoon and evening for 4 good months. I paid for all that. I found out from my friends who remembered him that he stopped schooling and kind of checked out because he couldn't deal with our breakup. I left him for a sugar daddy. That was in 1999 at the university. In our numerous talks, whenever I passed by his area, he wouldn't stop telling me how much he loves and misses me. I didn't tell my husband about all this I've been married to a very wonderful young man for 3 good years, and I just found out that I am 7 weeks pregnant on the 12th of February 2017. My husband traveled for 3 weeks, and on that same day, I called in sick at work, but I wasn't sick. I needed the day off. I took my friend home to shower. I changed his clothes and gave him a new sandals. I took him to the barber shop to have his hair cut. I had earlier on discussed him with a former colleague at what school, who is now a medical doctor at the 37 military hospital. To do a run-up check on him, I brought him back home from the hospital, cooked for him, entertained him for hours until it was late. That evening, he forced himself on me and Otomemona. Because I gave in to him at a point in my struggle willingly, he apologized to me afterwards. And then he hadn't been with anyone else since he stopped schooling. I dropped him off at his usual junction, and then that was that. I tried to stay away from him. I haven't stopped paying for his feeding through mobile money every week to 2 food vendors, and I mostly call them to know about how he is doing. I think I might be carrying his baby. My husband is happy about our first pregnancy, but I am totally confused. I certainly did not tell him about the event that took place, and I don't plan on doing so. However, I think I have started developing feelings for my friend. Maybe I enjoyed his sex better as compared to my husband. Maybe I miss or can't stop thinking about him. Maybe I still care about him. Maybe I never really got over him. Maybe I am feeling all these things because I could be carrying his baby. Even as his checkup results were all clean, he is very healthy. Even his HIV result was negative. I'm just confused. Information, yes. Hey, Mr. Mercy, thank you very much for sending me the story. Hey. Story the bro for kind na they say lady be on new Connecticut mu do one of the traffics, you know, and I want new plus station be no mu sa branch bi show mo abranti ne hu na no start so smile and odimrika no ba car no obom an say lady ne be rolling ne you know the windscreen no na one na kasa enti be ba ne de onim say o bodam fo bi no chance so sere and if anything traffic no east kakra no omo ye so mo ko slowly no and abodam for no and as abranti chance say o chesi car no ekoya to the extent say man no switchy lane equal different side. Yes, still now other switches until so me the almost speedy up. And lady Lancaster guy no that a story. Only no I had a former boyfriend. What I say way back 1999. Lady Nijano Eko Kofa Sugar Daddy. Just new, and because of this issue, no, the guy no couldn't when dealing with the pain, no, and I'm say funny trim. Enti onipa meka ne say ohuna na adwene be back to normal yes I lady no sala be meka no what I say aha enti lady no one way or the other one day osaso ko hu ni bio and on any di nkomo normal also on any have a conversation no normal on any kasa normal what I say into your attempt to sober boano or the link na der ma if anything ne mate bi oyes o hwa adwene mu psychiatrist aha check adwene mu one day and our sister na die in short now right now the sister the story na so we say bia na one sa branch na nyam osaso say or compare the way you couldn't done aquan and that or fila aquano a chain you couldn't know. And I say, eh, be an idea and say, on ne banner papa. I wish you are free. Mommy, who margin or comment section. This story is really what? It's a way be. I just want to know your thoughts. That was our story. What do you think? The body and margin at AO. Aha. Now go for which level. Yeah, we sound so shabby. Mommy, who margin or comment section. When did you story with any series will want hit the like button. I share videos so the movie. We are coming out with more stories like this. Maybe na watch we be the me no na me nse be the bebramo. Na mo huni o me sisi e won for life mu. Hu like nobody sisi no ya na ehu. Aha, ya na ehu. Ya na ehu pa. Aha, hala me dem besi. Ya wasa so ehia bio. Peace. Shalom.